Alright, I just rewatched my video so I know where I'm at. We left off at the end of the USJ, and now we are at the sports festival. Well, no, we're at the 2 week break for the sports festival. Deku is training on his big boom. Well, he's training on to combine his big boom and blood demon art exploding blood big boom and his blood demon art exploding blood bone crusher limb crusher, and he makes a move called um demon blood demon art exploding blood drill rush. Yes, drill rush. And he can also add his fire style to it. It's his sun breathing. And you see her nails like that? Imagine him putting his hands together with his nails like that, and just using his sun breathing to boost himself forward, and he just spins towards you with explosions around him and with those nails. Just imagine that. I'd be scared out of my mind. Okay, so yeah, that's one of his new moves. He also, focuses on condensing his big boom even more, so it's even more powerful. Along with his blood demon blood demon art exploding blood. Basically his other moves for that. Sorry if you hear any background noise. It's just TVs being loud and stuff like that. Anyways, Deck. Anyways, after the 2 weeks, Deku basically has his own version of Bakugo's Howitzer Impact. So now it is time for the sports festival. And now, Todoroki still makes the thing of war. Where he says, "Oh, I'm gonna beat you with only half my strength," yada yada yada. He does that, but Deku just not having any of his crap says, "Dude, full power, or I'm not taking you seriously." And they just keep arguing until they hear Midnight say, "Class 1A, please come step out." And that's what they do, and the crowd starts uproaring. Midnight spins the wheel, and it lands on obstacle course / race. And then Deku knows what Todoroki's gonna do. He jumps up in the air, and Todoroki freezes them, but Deku uses blood demon art, exploding blood, drill rush, and zips past at least to the mine. No, not the minefield. Past the tightrope. Right in front of the minefield. Then Deku wanted to have some fun with this. Uses Flash Dance, and when Bakugo and Todoroki reach the minefield, the mines explode in their faces, because it took a while for the mines to process that Deku ran across the mines. And Deku's just chilling, sitting down in like a lawn chair or something like that. Has a cup of lemonade and sunglasses on. He's just chilling, waiting for everyone else to come in. And also, the mines are all going off at random times because, Deku literally flash danced across them with, his sun breathing. It would be the coolest thing you've ever seen. Now, when everyone finally gets across, we have the cavalry battle. Deku, instead of actually having a team, he's gonna be by himself, completely alone. So, Deku, being completely alone, is just waiting for them to come at him. So he just scratches his arm and throws it everywhere, basically like a mini minefield. His arm heals. As soon as Midnight says go, Bakugo commands his team to stop, like don't go. But every other team rushes towards him, and that includes Todoroki's team. And Deku just says, Deku just says stupid. He clenches his fist and says, "Blood demon art, exploding blood, big boom." And when I say that was like 50 times stronger than the mine, like no, a ton of times stronger than the mines. It almost killed them. Like, okay, so this is how it worked. Basically, he made it so like their legs are broken. That's the worst thing. Recover, you can heal them, but they were on their legs were on the brink of like not being healed ever. So he held back a bit. So like all of their legs are broken, but Recovery Girl can heal them. Bakugo's team was the only one not smart enough to know not to go after him. And Deku just starts clapping while walking to Bakugo's team, picking up headbands and putting him on himself. And then when he reaches like right in front of Bakugo's team, he says, "Sun breathing. Sixth form. Burning bones, summer sun." And this man appeared right in front of Bakugo when he says, "Okay, I give up." His sword was right, like his nails were right at his neck. He said, "Nope, I give up." So he just took Bakugo's headband, and then he already has the rest on himself. So because all their legs were broken, they still get a free pass. Everyone who passed in the thing passed because because. So now Deku versus Shinzo. Deku just wanted to get this over with because he sees Shinzo as a boring opponent and a whiny brat. He uses Flash Dance, cuts Shinzo a bit, uses his blood demon art. He just a normal one, just a normal blood demon art. And this drill rush reverse. So it sends Shinzo flying instead of himself. And when I say that man went into the wall and broke it, he broke the wall. So now, a few matches later, Deku versus Todoroki. And Todoroki is still not using his full power, so Deku doesn't take him seriously. Deku just uses Drill Rush Reverse, scratches Todoroki, and uses Drill Rush Reverse, and just swipes down at Todoroki, and he just goes flying backwards. He went so fast with enough power to where Todoroki can't save himself with his ice. If he tried, he would just go like right through it. That's how strong he did that blast. Now it is Bakugo versus Deku. Deku just wanted to make Bakugo get some PTSD. Scratches himself. Goes right in front of him. It says big boom. And he's using clear blue sky. No, he's also using raging sun and using constant flux. So that sends him flying, and he's more injured than any of his opponents. So yeah, I'm gonna have to check this video for any noise because it is loud in my house right now. So yeah, continuing on. Now that was the end of the sports festival. Now we have internships. Ida still got the same call. Yada yada yada. Everything went the same, but Deku went to Endeavor for his fire breathing. And his sun breathing. Sorry, not fire, sun. And he actually manages to get nothing done at all. Endeavor could not teach him anything. He ended up teaching himself stuff. And ended up not even training Todoroki because he was bored. And you're wondering, if he was bored, why didn't he train Todoroki? It's because Endeavor wouldn't let him. He got private training with Endeavor, while Deku trained by himself, which was a big mistake. If he wanted to, Deku could obliterate Endeavor. So yeah, that happens. And when it gets to the Stain incident, Deku was the one to find Stain again. Uses his blood demon art, reverse uses blood demon art, reverse drill rush sending Stain flying. And you're wondering, how did that work? She didn't cut herself. Well, he didn't cut himself. Stain's blade already had blood on it. So yeah. So that's how that worked. He was just like, you need to go, this is not your fight, yada yada yada. Deku just turns to Ida and says, shut the heck up. If anything, you would have been killed if I weren't here, so you should be grateful and shut up, whiny brat. Turns back around, knocks out Stain, and then just picks up Stain on one shoulder, Native on the other, and Tenya and Ida on his back. Yes, he went through all that trouble, even though Ida was whining like a brat, just to save Ida. Deku doesn't get taken by Nomu. Everything he gets the credit because it never allowed him to use his so-called quirk. And no one noticed that it's not a quirk yet. They just still think it's a quirk. So yeah, they think it's a quirk. It's not a quirk. It's a mutation. So now we have. Wait, was it the finals? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that the finals go here. So yeah, here are the finals. Everything goes the same until, Bakugo and All Might's match. Deku, not having any of Bakugo's bullcrap, just knocks him out. Because he is not dealing with Bakugo yelling at him every 2 seconds. So he puts Bakugo on his shoulder. When he sees All Might, he puts Bakugo down and knocks out All Might as well. Puts the capture tape on him, takes All Might on one shoulder. And yes, he's able to do that. And takes Bakugo on the other and then walks out the exit. Like that man, like it did not phase anything. Like he walked out of there like he was God himself. That's how he looked while walking out. Looked like he was God himself. And everyone's just like amazed and stunned that he was able to beat All Might so easily and walk out and they're like amazed because he walked out there like he was God. And technically he's as strong as God. Well, he might as well be God at this point. Because in My Hero Academia, if someone can beat All Might, they're considered God. Or just stronger than All Might in general. So yeah, everyone else's matches went the same. Forced training camp arc time. And since Stan didn't get to release his matches, the League of Villains were never made. So pretty much goes the same. Except Deku just uses his drill rush exploding blood drill rush to get out of there as fast as he can, because that might gonna make some food. He's starving. He hasn't eaten breakfast yet, so of course he's just gonna rush out of there. He went through the fine. He just went he obliterated like a drill. He just drilled through the final monster, and then he just started making food. 7 hours later, they all get back, and they just see Deku making food. And they're like, is that for us? And Deku's like, no, it's for me. You gotta make your own stuff. And they had to. Deku was not sharing with anyone. That was his food. You cannot make him say otherwise. Now that since no one interrupted the forced training camp arc, we're gonna get into the awful one arc. And I normally make it so like awful one's almost like fully healed, like almost fully healed or something like that. But no, this time he's gonna be like the one in canon. He was not fully healed. He fought All Might, lost. The same thing in canon happened. It was hilarious. You cannot convince me otherwise. So yeah, that was that. Bakugo never got captured because again, the League of Villains was never created. And Kyogiri and Shigaraki got captured anyway. All for one arc went the same. Now we have the overhaul arc. Now let's see where we're at in this recording. 14 minutes. We can go longer. For the end of the series, we gotta go longer. Since I really thought it was a good series. I love this series out of all else. So now, overhaul arc. Everything goes the same except for Deku mopped the floor with Mirio. And, and if you're wondering who got one for all, it was Mirio. Mirio got one for all. I'm not flexing the rules. And now Deku went to internships with Night Eye. Before Night Eye came, Night Eye said, "Oh, if you want to get into this agency, you have to take this stamp from me." And before he can like even get in a fighting stance, Deku already has the stamp because he used sun breathing, first form flash dance. And he says this stamp showing Night Eye the stamp that Night Eye was just holding. And he was like, uh, uh, okay, one more time. And Night Eye sees how many times he's gonna lose. It is beyond infinite. So he says, you know what? Never mind, never mind. You got in. You took the stamp fair and square. I was being a sore loser. There you go. He stamps it, and everything goes the same up to that until the patrol. um, on the patrol, a strange little girl grabbed onto Deku's leg and says, "Help me." And a person comes out and says, "Eerie, you shouldn't be running outside. You shouldn't be running out and hugging on strangers like that." Deku, sensing Eerie's fear and Overhaul's malice, scratches his arm and making himself bleed. And Overhaul, trying to put on the facade, says, "Are you okay?" Deku throws the blood over at Overhaul. And Overhaul's like, "What the heck?" Deku's arm healed, and he used blah 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 blah. Blood demon art, exploding blood, big boom. Which he held back a bit. No, he said little boom. That's big boom, but when he's holding back. So yeah, Deku's holding back. Overhaul's knocked out. He takes Overhaul and Eerie back to Night Eye. The interaction goes differently. Yada. Oh, how'd you find her? Yada yada yada. Oh, I found her running from this guy right here. Points at Overhaul, and yeah, that goes like that. And the Gentle Criminal goes the same, but it just ended faster. Sorry, I'm just really tired at the moment. If I don't go to sleep, I'm probably gonna be bored. So I'm gonna try to upload if I don't fall asleep. So yeah, goodbye and possibly good night.